Rabbits and snakes, ribbons and snowflakes. You're now tuned in to the Disney Holic Show.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Holic Show. That's Myke TV.
And that's Jen Diz.
Jingle bells! We have a stocking stuffer of an episode tonight with a look back at noteworthy Disney gifts and keepsakes. Plus, 2 movie reviews, including Zootopia 2 and the latest Avatar film.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. It is
Jingle all
Christmas
the way.
Eve already.
I know.
Christmas Eve 2025. I'm sitting at my parents in Arizona, but I don't have anything festive on. But there's right outside the door, we got the Christmas tree, all the decorations going.
I've got my festive $15
Ooh.
Black Friday buy from the Disney store. Thank you very much. Normally, I think these sequin things are kind of tacky. It's like the changing sequins, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, where
But
you rub it in one
it's the
way,
Hatbox Ghost, and I'm gonna rub on my boobs, which seems so weird, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
rub those
And look, the
titties.
head changes the place because it's the Hatbox Ghost. That's cute.
That's
It's
very
cute.
good.
It's
That's a very
functional.
good
It's
one.
practical. It's funny.
Yeah.
I love it. Can I just tell you real quick because I just heard our intro song as we're coming in, and I just saw Fat Cat Swinger this week
Ooh,
and
yeah.
last weekend. So
At
cute
the what was the name of the venue? It was
at
a
the
cool one.
Cicada Club. It
Nice.
was so beautiful, gorgeous venue. Bill Nye the Science Guy was there. I was
Wow.
like, I can't even. This is so
Random.
freaking cool. I heard he goes to swing dance events, but he was at my first official outside of Disney swing dance event I've been to in Los Angeles. So it was like pretty fucking amazing.
Bill
Anyway,
Nye.
carry on. So much fun, Fat
I
Cat. I
I
love them.
also have a something I want to squeeze in because our wonderful listeners had reached out after an episode we did a couple weeks ago when I went on the Disney Treasure, and apparently I sped through that review, but I felt like it was a lot. I know you and I are going to go on it and do a bigger review, but there were some questions about things like what about the games and the kid zones? So, oh, and one specific question came from shout out to our Patreon member Andrew Oliver about why didn't you talk about the Indiana Jones adult show? So,
What?
here we are, Disney Treasure.
How adult?
How adult? So these things were this Indiana Jones adult show was included on my list of things to save for Gendiz. Uh-huh.
Oh, no spoilers. Should I take my headphones off?
No, I mean I literally didn't do it, so I could wait for you. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep. So it was described as for adults. So it was something that happens like after 9 o'clock at the um one of the lounges. And I think it's a mix of interactive storytelling and comedy from the way it was described. But no, I didn't see it yet, and I'm going to see it with you when we finally go. I thought that was a good one to save.
it sounds like a great one to save.
Uh-huh. There
No
were
pressure at
also
all for me to go on this cruise.
go on this
None.
cruise. We're still
Zero.
waiting by September. We got to go. Okay, there were not one but two hunting games around the ship. So for
So
those who
fun.
have been on ships like Fantasy and Dream, there's like the Muppets Mystery Caper where you play with interactive portraits and pictures around the ship. But on the Treasure, they had one that works now with the Disney bands, which we call magic bands at the park, but on the ship they call them Disney bands for whatever legal reason. So it's the same exact thing. But
Call
yeah,
them what?
Disney band.
Oh my God. I swear that they
Boring.
can't. Yeah, like I was like, did I miss a word? Because that's just like so
It's
generic.
so
Like that's
plain.
that's worse than any of the other ones. They didn't
I
even
do
reach
want to
into the bag.
I want to know the corporate story about why they couldn't say Magic Band. Like, is it trademark on the seas by someone else already, like another ship or
Right.
something?
Who
I don't know.
knows? Okay. I'm curious.
But yeah, so you get to use your or Disney bands, and to tap. I only tapped on one thing, and it was so that I can just understand what the game is like. And it was a portrait on the ship of Madame Leota.
Cute.
and you tap it, and I was supposed to go and find another portrait somewhere on the ship that had some gentleman in it, and I think it's probably one that moves or he dies or something like that.
Ooh.
Because I did remember passing some portraits along the way to dinner one time and saw people in front of it like trying to interact with their band. So this is one of those things that we could probably do late night once we started
Yes,
during
please.
opening hours. Yeah.
Wait, are these bands different than the regular magic bands and they're only for the
Same.
cruise ship? It's the exact same. Oh, that's
Same.
so weird.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I brought my magic band and it works. My
Okay.
regular
I
one.
don't
Yeah.
need to dig too far into that, but I am so curious
Yeah.
now.
They do have, if you are a collector of magic bands, you can only get some of the Disney Cruise Line Disney bands on the cruise ship.
That makes sense.
So my
That's
mom
good.
got one that was just Disney Cruise Line because she forgot to bring her magic band.
Whoops.
Yep. And you want to use it for like getting
Amateur
in
mom.
the doors and for paying amateur hour. She did remember to bring an old school fish extender that we had. So
Cute.
luckily we had that.
That's
I
cute.
was prepared to bring the Disney Holics and just like cover your name with her name or something.
Right.
But yeah, there's two games. So there's the Haunted Mansion one and there's a whole other treasure hunting one.
Okay.
Didn't do either, saving that. There's also this activity called, or a show, interactive show called Treasure Found. And it's the big finale that happens in the atrium where they all say goodbye. Didn't do that, skipped it. I also skipped all of the open houses for the kids zones, which most of them seem similar to what you and I did on the fantasy. Like there's a Star Wars one and like a Princess Fantasyland one, Avengers one. So I didn't feel like I needed to, but I am gonna wait on that one so we can go to that. And I almost got talked into cool sculpting and acupuncture at the spa, but I reined myself in. For a mere $2,000. I could have had my jawline
Oh my God.
recontoured while on the ship.
What the hell?
Yeah, non-surgical cool sculpting, which is what Mariah Carey uses, and they freeze the fat cells inside, and then it dissolves into your urine from the inside out. Yep.
Lovely.
Almost did it. Almost did it. And then they do acupuncture too. I almost did that because you can tell them any ailment and see if they could fix it using Eastern medicine with needles, but on a moving ship. That's what creeps me out about it.
It's like,
Like, what
did
if
you
you
say you've
roll
never done
over?
acupuncture?
I've never done it.
Okay, yeah, it's nothing to worry about.
Have you?
About, yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
It also did like nothing for
nothing.
me. So,
I just have like Final Destination fears about it. Like I'm gonna fall off like a pincushion and land on my chest, and they're all gonna stab me. It's
yeah.
it doesn't
Even
make
if
sense.
that were to happen, it'd be like, it would suck, but it wouldn't like do any damage. It would just be like,
Ooh.
ah,
Oof.
like it'd
Oof.
be like a cactus or something.
Oh, that's
It'd feel
still
like
too
that.
bad for me. No, thank you. No, thank you. And then last but not least, keeping it Haunted Mansion theme with the sweater and the game we're talking about, there is so much more to experience in the Haunted Mansion parlor. Like I just licked the tip of the cold icy iceberg of that parlor. There's so much more. I
All right.
think I think
Don't ever
from
say like the tip of it
licked
ever
the tip of the
again.
iceberg, cold iceberg, got my tongue stuck on it, ripped it off. Um, but I did want to describe, because I'll post it later on Instagram, the treasure haul, because I had talked about it, but I didn't really explain what I got. But one of the cool things that I was really proud of was the bride sipper that I got from Haunted Mansion Parlor. And it glows in the dark and it's blue and it lights up and the heart beats. And then there's a more of a like I would say like tiki style porcelain mug, premium that I got, and they kept referring to it as the bride, but it was giving mermaid. So I think I was missing a storyline. I think there's all, in addition to the bride we all know and love from the parks. I think there's some sort of nautical bride that's part of the
Hmm.
storyline of this extended expanded mythology into
Ooh,
the
I want to
ocean.
know all about it.
Yeah, because it was referred to as the bride on the menu too, but it was a mermaid. So I'm like, tell me more.
Interesting. The zipper you described sounds like the ones they sold in Disneyland. At least I don't know if they sold them
Ooh,
in Magic Kingdom 2 or not, but
right?
the
It
Beating
could
Heart
be.
Bride. And
That's
then
possible.
um the mermaid one. I mean, they were the original story had the sea captain in it, so
Uh,
maybe they played more on that for the.
he, I think, plays a big role. Yep, on
Oh,
this.
I love it. Okay,
And it,
I'm
it seems
excited.
like something happens every time the clock hits 13. Like different things were happening, and I was not there to witness a loop, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So that's why I thought, oh, there's much more. Got some other cool things. I got coasters that featured all the different bars, like the Haunted Mansion Parlor
that's cool.
and Periscope Pub and Skipper's, the Skipper's Place. I forgot what it's called.
Canteen. Just
Can't
kidding.
Skipper's. It sounds like that. Yeah, that's the one at the park, right? The restaurant.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit. I
Thank
got
you.
the Aladdin and Jasmine statuette. Got a bunch of stuff from the Coco restaurant. And then something I didn't mention on the last episode where we did the treasure review is about the two islands. So, yeah, this particular itinerary went to Castaway Key and Lookout Key, which Lookout is the new one at Lighthouse Point. So I got some pretty cool shirts there. It's all like Bahamian, Jamaican type of themed. And I got a brand new journal that said treasure on it. And I also got a a sipper of the new snake character from
Mm.
Zootopia 2, which we'll talk
Very
about
cute.
later.
Very,
Yeah.
very cute.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, you mentioned you bought some stuff from the Coco
Uh-huh.
restaurant. Did they have merch for the restaurants? Because I don't remember that at
They
any of them.
did. They did. And I think it may have existed. We just didn't buy the upsold items. For
Oh, like a
example,
specialty drink or something that.
yeah. So to
Okay,
get both of them, I had to get two specialty drinks.
got it.
And they weren't even like shoved down my throat, which I would have liked that to be because I almost missed it. In fact, the one that I wanted by the time we got to second night of Coco, it was already sold out, which was a big Dante sipper. It was very sad.
There's so much innuendo on today's episode.
What?
Um,
And it's just going over my own head, so that means it's real Freudian slips.
I'm in the Christmas gutter today, evidently.
Oh.
All right, moving
Your
on.
your Christmas
Sorry.
gutter. All right. So speaking of our wonderful Patreon members and listeners who asked for more treasure review, we also have a fun, quick topic, Patreon topic, and this person does not want their name to be disclosed. They just want a topic for us to research. And this one was, hey, can you tell us about any noteworthy gifts Disney has ever given out for free to guests? And I figured, what a perfect time to do it, our Christmas Eve episode. And this is going to have a fun twist because
Uh-oh.
it's going to be noteworthy gifts Disney has given to guests according to the ghosts of
Oh, shoot.
Christmases past, present, and future Myke TV. Ooh. So for in
Oh
order to
boy.
play along, what we want to do is after we talk about these Christmas gifts, or not Christmas gifts, but these gifts, you have to decide which ones are real gifts that were given out by Disney and which ones are fibs that I
Oh
just
my
made
God.
up.
Okay.
I also just bought today, we went thrift store shopping and I bought Balderdash for $5, which is the
That's
board game
brave.
about
Was it like a
bullshitting.
legit thrift store?
It was Goodwill, and I
That's
did open
bold
it
buying a
to make
game
sure.
piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did make sure that it had all the pieces.
Okay.
And uh yes, I'm
Like
looking
that's
around.
one of those things that's on the list of things I will never buy from a thrift store just because I don't like know if it's all there.
You know which ones I was actively avoiding while still looking at them? Puzzles,
Yeah, oh,
right?
absolutely. Oh my
Imagine
God.
just two pieces and you're almost done. Oh, I'd
Oh
be
my
so
God.
mad.
I just did a puzzle. First of all, Samson is a puzzle savant, I found out.
Oh,
I
they're
won't give
hard.
away anything about this puzzle because it has to do with this bigger experience, which is very cool. But the puzzle has no edges,
Oh,
zero edges. And I don't know about you, but I always start off with the edges. And then
yes. Corners and
also
edges.
corners and edges. And then the whole image was like, it ended up being a hashtag, not hashtag, QR code. So it's just like dots on a background. It was like light brown and tan.
Oh, that's too hard.
Oh my God. I was like, I was getting so irritable and stressed out. And I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to do this. And then Sam's is like, hold up, and he's like so calm, and he just like bup, 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 just like puts it together. I'm like,
Wow.
how?
Wow.
How?
It's pretty hard. I have
Amazing.
a puzzle sitting unfinished on my coffee table back in Florida.
I
A,
feel like that would be
a
me as
wicked
well.
puzzle. All right, so dum bum bum bum, here comes Jacob Marley, and he's about to tell us all about the ghosts that are coming to visit and talk about Disney gifts that were given out, starting with the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Oh, we can't hear your sound effects,
Oh,
so
you can't hear it because, the new audio tech is so good. But imagine your window opens and in comes Myke TV dressed as the Ghost of Christmas Past,
you have to like sing
which,
sounds like
oh,
ooh,
ooh,
wind. Is that wind? Or ghosts? Nope.
opening day Disneyland 1955.
Oh man, they gave out a lot of weird shit back then too. This is
A
gonna be
lot of weird
hard.
shit, but good stuff that I would love to have,
Okay.
including Mickey Mouse Club hats that said 1955 on it. Now, I wonder if it was in the place that has the name, because I don't know if you could add your name to a commemorative hat or not.
Mickey Mouse Club. Like the Mickey Mouse Club Circus or something?
Uh-huh, with the red and black
Okay.
logo in the front, and then 1955 on the back. Pretty cool.
Okay.
Some other fun things for America's birthday when they celebrated that. Everybody who went to the park that day got an American flag commemorative ribbon pin to put on. Very cute.
Wait, so this is now 1976 or what do you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Skipping all around the past. This is
Okay.
America's birthday, which also was when a ride opened.
Yes.
America Sings. America
Mm-hmm.
Sings. Here's a pretty cool one. This is New Year's Eve specific during Electronica. So two things converge.
Nice.
People got glow in the dark headsets like the one I'm wearing for
What?
listening to music. Pretty cool. And then the 50th, which I'm disappointed because I don't think either of us got this. We got the 50th hat, but they also gave out the 50th gold versions of the My First Visit buttons. And you wouldn't know that unless it was either your first visit, you were pretending it's your first visit, but you'd still have to go to City Hall, I think is the place to get that.
Ah,
So that's a
okay.
pretty cool one. So those are some examples of gifts of Christmas past.
And how many examples did you give? Four?
I gave four.
I feel like three of them are fibs.
Ooh. Would you like answers now?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you think was real? Maybe that's an easier way.
The 1976 one.
1976 American flag commemorative ribbon is what you thought was real. I'm going to make a note of that, and we're not going to find out the real answers until the end of Scrooge's
Okay.
journey. Scrooge's journey with the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. Next, we have Christmas present,
All right.
which is things you could get right around this time and stuff that I likely missed out on. For example, I still have not been on the new and improved test track, but
Oh,
I
right.
should have because if you went during the first week and you're an annual pass holder, you would have got a test track magic magnet.
Aw.
Miss out on that. Um, right now is Festival of the Holidays, which I did get to squeeze in before I headed away from Disney World for the holidays. But at Festival of the Holidays right now, if you complete the food passport, that's when you go around and check off all the boxes at the different country booths. You can get a pin that has a snowflake made up of all the country flags that participated in the festival,
It's pretty cute.
which is really cute. They also have a Christmas tree up right now, a big one that is just covered in flags from around the world as the ornaments. Love that.
Cute.
It's giving Epcot World Showcase.
Yes.
And then something that I bet you have is at Disneyland, Paint the Night glow necklaces that came out for annual pass holders over the summer. When did Paint the Night come back? Still present for me because I haven't
Just
seen it.
this last year or this year.
Okay. All right. Good. Christmas Ghost of Christmas presents. Lucky, lucky. So those are the three things you can get right now, or you may have already received recently.
Okay. I I think only one of those is correct as well. I already forgot the very first one. What was it again?
The first one, oh, you mean the Christmas past or this current
No,
category?
this current one.
We had a test track magnet for
Oh
annual
yeah.
pass holders.
Oh, that might be right for annual pass holders. I'll keep that. Okay, I'm gonna say only one is incorrect, and it's the glow
The
necklaces
paint the night
for
glow
magic key
necklaces.
holders.
Okay, I will make a note of that. Sounds like someone is sore that they missed out on such a cool
No, it's more so just that
free
I didn't hear
gift.
anybody talking about it, which is also weird. Because
Ooh.
everybody's like,
Yeah, you would have.
I
It would
got free
have.
stuff.
Not in your algorithm, perhaps.
Hmm.
Okay. And then the ghost of Christmas Future has just arrived. He's kind of the scary one. I think he's usually the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Yep. Woo, I'm here. So let's start with something spooky like Avengers Doomsday. So it's been announced that Avengers Campus is going to have all kinds of character variants when this comes out next December. The countdown has already started with the
Jeez.
Doomsday trailer teaser that came out, comes out 1 year from now. But Avengers Campus is going to have a lot of stuff. But most cool is that it's going to have a collectible Doctor Doom mask for magic key holders, which is interesting because I think we all were able to purchase the Infinity Gauntlet when that was a thing. But this one, it's going to be free, but you have to have a magic key.
A free mask?
Mask. Yeah. I have
Okay.
a feeling it's like a zipper or one of those. It's like a dual function that is looks like his mask, if that makes sense. Like
Okay.
we had the shield that you could buy that
Yeah.
was a zipper. Yeah.
Free
I don't
parts
know if it's
throwing me
meant to
off.
put on your face or not.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, free is always really truly a gift if you get something free from
Yep.
Disney. Um, Ghost of Christmas Future is also telling us about Farts, which is coming up at Epcot. That's Festival of the Arts. So once holiday ends, we usually go into Festival of the Arts. And this year, annual pass holders get a Figment themed reusable food plate with plastic fork. Love that because you can actually use it when you're eating
Cute.
around the world.
Okay.
That I've seen them usually sell like bigger ones of that. But it's nice to give this out to annual pass holders, which it's
Okay.
called here and on the East Coast, not Magic Key annual pass. And then we do love the annual pass magnets that we always get at Disney World. And they are planning to give out a dinosaur themed one to commemorate when it is closing next year.
Oh, how sad.
So you'll be able to get a magnet. And they've been giving out the AP magnets at Animal Kingdom lately. I think the last couple of rounds I got were at Animal Kingdom. I'm just realizing, did I forget to go before it's too late to get the Timon and Pumbaa one? I'm really sad. I think it's
Oh.
right now and I was supposed to go before I left. Whoops. But yeah, so those are some freebies. Animal Kingdom Planet's gonna have dinosaur next year. We're gonna get some Doomsday merch along with the movie at Avengers Campus, and then a really cool AP exclusive Figment themed reusable food plate at Festival of the Arts next year,
Okay, I'm back to thinking
2026.
only one is right, and it's the festival, the farts.
The Farts reusable plate. Okay, we got our answers locked in. The Ghost of Christmas present, past, and future, starting with the past. You had guessed that the commemorative ribbon was given out as a gift for the 1976 celebration of America. Turns
Yes.
out nobody received such a thing.
Anything. So all of them were lies?
They're all lies.
Oh God.
Moving to Christmas present, you had guessed that the paint the night glow necklaces were not provided. You were correct
Okay.
with that one as one that was not provided. The test track magnet and the snowflake with all the flags also not provided.
So they're all lies again.
All
You're just a big
fibs.
liar. You're just a
And
big liar.
my gift to all of our listeners is this entire list was a lie today.
God.
Full on balderdash. So no,
Merry
there's
Christmas from Myke TV,
Merry
you
Christmas.
guys.
There's no dinosaur magnets. Don't get excited for that. Don't get excited about this reusable food plate. I'm sure you could buy one, but good luck getting a free one for annual pass holders. And definitely not a premium item like a Doomsday mask.
Yeah, I was like, what? For free? You're like a sipper. I'm
Well,
like, those are like
what?
$25.
Watch us eat our words and they do something cool next year.
Hey,
We'll
now
see.
they might feel the pressure.
Uh-huh. They listen
Get
to
him to
those
listen to Disney
executives.
Holic Show. Hey,
Uh-huh.
real quick,
Uh-huh.
newsflash. I ran into I'm not sure if she's a tour guide or guest service, but she's a plaid, for
Oh,
better lack of better words, um, in the wild yesterday, and she said she heard of our podcast. I
no.
swear to God, I can't
Oh,
believe I
I
didn't tell
love
you about this
it.
yet.
Yay. Thank you to our listeners. We love you. Spread the
Isn't that
word.
cute? So,
Post a
hey, maybe they
review.
are listening. You never know.
Yeah.
Give us
We
free
did
doomsday masks and glow necklaces and bring back electronica and all the things.
all of it. We want all of it. Um, all right. So we got two movie reviews today.
All right. I I have not gotten to see Zootopia yet. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but I am sick. I just got sick as of yesterday. Super bummed. Lisa, happiest vegan on earth, was so nice to reach out to me today and say, "Hey, can you come see Zootopia too?" So I almost got to see it right before we recorded.
Oh,
But I was like, I probably shouldn't because I'll be coughing and you'll hate me and I'll get my friend sick. So I stayed home. But you've gotten to see Zootopia too, right?
I did. I actually watched it on the Disney Treasure because it had premiered while we were at sea. Very convenient. So I
Very
watched it
cool.
there. Um, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, somewhere in between there.
Okay.
It's now been like 3 weeks, but I remember it very good.
What did you give the first Zootopia?
5 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not as good, but close.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to compare. I would say the same or better. So yeah, maybe this is a
Oh,
5 star. Yeah.
okay.
This is a great sequel. It was a deserved sequel. Like they had a great story, they had new characters, there was stuff that needed to be explored in this metropolis that was worth an entire movie. So I thought it was really good. The full cast came back. And the Zootopia films, even the first one, there's a lot of social commentary if you dig into the layers, like there for grown-ups or people who want to look into things like city planning and urban planning and what it's like to have diverse biomes, and then translating that to the human world. So it's very interesting, and they doubled down on that in Zootopia 2, where it was even less of a metaphor. Like if you're paying attention, like they're talking about actual discrimination of different demographics and how it is actually done by the rich and the government to push them out of different
Mm.
cities. And so it's a lot heavier than I would say than Zootopia 1. And it touches on prejudice, bias, colonialism,
Wow.
the forced displacement of different communities. It talks about the erasure of different communities' cultures in big cities, gentrification of neighborhoods.
Hmm.
And then it also talks more about Judy and Nick and how we left them in Zootopia 1 as they're now like besties and partners. They joined the police force. And so now we get to see what it's like now that they're buddy cops. So a lot of it is also a buddy cop film, which those are really good when done well.
Cute.
And it reminded me of those 80s, 90s buddy cops like Beverly Hills Cop, Lethal Weapon, those type
Blues
of movies.
Brothers.
Blues Brothers. It had a lot of that dynamic in it. So the writing was really great, and so was the acting between Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde. Um, and they were basically on a mission to, I won't even give any heavy spoilers, but they were trying to figure out why reptiles don't live in Zootopia. And as soon as
Oh.
they start talking about it, you start realizing, yeah, they weren't in the first one. It was mostly mammals.
Mm-hmm.
And why? Ooh, why just mammals? What's wrong with the cold-blooded animals? Why couldn't they be there? And so you find out there's this whole lore about like a whole entire community and neighborhood that was wiped out by certain mammals of rich stature on purpose. And they were
Like
pushed out.
genocide?
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh
dark.
shit.
And then you get to go visit where the reptiles live now, like on the outskirts outside of the city where they're allowed to live. And they have like their own
Wow.
culture there, and their culture was created part of it was because they were shunned. So it's like, how do you grapple with the culture that was created because of the systemic oppression that happened. Yeah,
Right.
crazy.
Yikes.
And the person who
Intense.
who brings us into that world is played by Kiwi Kwan, who we love from
Yes.
Goonies, Indiana Jones, and now Oscar winner, Golden Globe winner from Everything Everywhere All at Once. He plays the new Snake character, and he just plays it so well, like just so perfect, perfectly cast.
Cute.
And through this snake and the hijinks with Judy and Nick is how we learn about all this stuff that went down in the historical past of the metropolis of Zootopia.
Okay.
Yeah. So the
I am already
marginalized,
sold.
yeah, it's so interesting. The marginalized community here are reptiles. I will say that if you watch the film and you stay till the end of the credits, you'll know that there's already teaser towards part 3 because you notice there's this whole other animal biome species that we haven't seen in these movies yet. When you
Birds.
see,
Sorry.
yeah,
Is
you
it?
got
I
it,
don't
you
know
got it.
why I just thought of that, but yeah.
There's a scene I don't remember completely. I'm having a Mandela effect, but it's something along the lines of like I think Judy Hopps opens her window and runs away to go hang out with Nick or something, and then you see a feather land on her windowsill. It's like,
Oh.
uh-oh, something's up there. There's a whole like must be like sky community that we haven't
Oh,
even
how
touched in yet.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, plenty of Zootopia, I think, that can keep going. Still bummed out about the ride at Animal Kingdom. It's still not good, but Zootopia 2, the movie, very good.
Have
High
you been
marks.
back on it since the first time?
I have not. Oh my gosh. But that you just made me think because in the ride they show the villain from part 1, the lamb mayor sheep thing.
Yeah.
But she is in prison in part 2,
Mm-hmm.
and she is basically because if you remember from part 1, a lot of the characters are like movie parodies of like Hollywood movies. Like there's the Godfather, who's like the possum rat thing. In this one, Hannibal Lecter gets a full-on Silence of the Lambs tribute,
What?
and it's the lamb lady in the prison. It's so creepy. She's like,
Silence of the Lamb Lady.
yep. Oh my God, wait, I didn't even think of that part. Yeah. Oh my God. It's so wow, layered. Yep. But she's like in the plastic
Yep.
cell, and Judy Hopps has to go investigate and have to talk to her to get some information,
Oh
and
my
she's
God, that's
is real
hilarious.
creepy. And
Does she drop any lines like
she
Keontae or
does,
whatever?
she
Oh,
does.
stop. That's so funny.
And apparently, hopefully, we'll get this on Disney Plus or
Baba
DVD.
Beans.
There's a whole scene that they deleted because for pacing, where she does like almost word for word dialogue of that entire scene.
Oh my
Yeah, between
gosh.
Judy and the Hannibal.
That's so funny.
So yeah,
Interesting.
very
I love it.
a lot of deep cuts, Easter eggs, social commentary, and adult themes in Zootopia too. There's even a lot of like, are they gonna get together? Aren't they gonna get together? Type of thing because they're coworkers, they're friends. They started out as enemies, but they're also two different species. So
Hmm.
I'm curious where that goes at some point because can a fox and a rabbit get married? I don't know.
Hmm.
And that's part 4 right there for you. Part 3
Right.
with the
Yeah.
birds. Part 4 is going to be um, dating outside of your species.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sold. Zootopia 2, check it
Yeah.
out.
Definitely want to watch it.
Still in theaters. It made a bunch of records, box office records. And you know what else made a bunch of box office
I was
records?
just gonna say
Uh-huh.
Avatar 2, which, no, Avatar 3 now,
3. Yep.
right? Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash. I, okay. I, I'm not excited for this movie, but I am gonna have to see it in the movie theaters, right? Because like
Yes.
it's one of those movies that are built for a movie theater. So like I feel like I have to, so now I'm gonna have to go. But I have no idea. I don't even think I've seen a trailer. I'm gonna be real. I just have totally skipped it somehow. Unless we saw it. Which the one we saw at D23?
You probably saw it at
Water.
D23 when you went. You and I saw Way of Water one, the previous D23,
Okay. I
but they
don't
must
remember
have
seeing.
shown, right?
I can't remember. I
That's
would think so.
the one you went to that I didn't go to. Tron Ares was getting a lot of the buzz that time. Like
Yeah,
you guys got like this Nine Inch Nails laser show, I think.
right.
Um, But oh my God, I love James Cameron because he's such a nerd. You brought up the D23 from two events past where he was so particular about the presentation that we had to watch. And he still is. So Avatar 3 is now in theaters. He sent out a handwritten, obviously it was like photocopied, but he wrote it by his hand and sent it to the projectors, not to the theater managers, not to the box office executives, to the projectionists, saying
Okay.
how much he appreciates them and how they
Aw.
they hold the key to storytelling and how someone can experience a cinematic treasure. He's like, can you please continue that tradition by following the specs here so people could have the best experience possible visiting Pandora again.
Oh,
Love
so
that.
it started off cute and then it just ended up in another
Yeah.
James Cameron
Yep.
demand.
Here's the
Okay.
rules. Uh, but he's totally right. 3D when it was getting popular back in the first Avatar days, there were times where I would go to these theaters, and granted it was a movie that was converted, so it was already bad 3D, but it would be really dark because the projectionist didn't know how to
Mm,
configure it properly. So that could make or break someone's experience because, like you said, Avatar, even for me, isn't really just about like the story or the movie. It's like a visual feast for your
right.
face
For your
and
face.
for your face. So you definitely need to watch it in theaters, IMAX if possible, Dolby if that's your second nearest thing, and definitely in 3D because this is one of the few movies where the director actually filmed it in 3D and optimized it because they're OCD. So it works in 3D. Like it's so smooth. He even does this thing for Avatar 3 where he switches the frame rate. So it's high frame rate only during times where it should be, and it goes back to cinematic frame rate for the rest of the movie. So you don't get that soap opera effect that we
Oh, nice. Yeah.
usually hate. Yeah. So I felt it. I felt the quality control as I was watching this movie. Like every single thing was configured
Nice.
perfectly.
Okay.
So from that perspective, it is a high quality. This is a designer brand cinematic experience. It's one of those comes around every now and again, and the people come out because yeah, I don't feel like this was heavily marketed either, and it's breaking box office records. So I think
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
um,
they realize they don't need to.
they're like, oh, it's very family friendly too. So like we went out as a family and watched it. So there's like 6 tickets right there, IMAX, because we're all home, people are off of work. We want something to do as a group, and you go to the movies.
Yeah.
So Avatar Fire and Ash is a continuation of Way of Water. I will give my rating off the top here as a 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
I would say he accomplished it again. He knocked it out of the park. It did what it's supposed to do. The only reason I would drop it from a 5 to a 4 is because it's starting to get a little repetitive. Uh,
Oh.
where I'm like, okay, the
Can you
Navi.
give me an example of how?
Yeah, because well, let's talk about the themes of Fire and Ash because it's very much the same, funny enough, as Zootopia,
Oh,
where it talks about colonialism and destructions of different people's environments and things like that. And so, what's interesting is when I was getting prepared for this episode, is that I noticed that was um, prominent, which I guess is also what's happening in the world right now. So these movies are reflecting, the culture at the time.
mm-hmm.
But one of the themes about Avatar is the cyclical, so cycles of war and how war just repeats itself. World War One, World War Two, and then we never learn from history. And so we're on part 3 now, and it's another war. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, but also Star Wars is the same. It kind of keeps rehashing. Like you had the Empire, and then it became the First Order, but it was kind of the same thing.
Right.
So this, I'm starting to feel that in Avatar. So that's for better or worse. I think that was the plan. That is the story he's trying to tell, James Cameron. So it came across. For me, it just I'm getting a little tired. I'm just
Okay.
like, okay, the humans are gonna come, they're gonna try to destroy something environmental, and then the
Mm-hmm.
Navi are gonna get mad and they're gonna fight back with the animals. and it's not going to resolve until like the very last second where you think
Right,
they're going to
yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
It plays to those same notes, and I
Same
think
tropes.
I was like, okay, it was just done so well. Like it's eye candy. Like it's so cool. And in Fire and Ash, we learn about new animals, like the ones in the sky. Okay, it's Zootopia again, right? We learn about
Yeah.
these animals that come from the sky, and they're like so badass. They're like these giant manta ray looking things that can fly, and then they pull like giant jellyfish uh bioluminescent stuff, which these other Navi people ride on. So there's like a whole sky colony of people, and they're like traders, as in like star traders, not traitors. So they go around,
Got
and it
it.
gets exciting when you see the jellyfish coming to your village. You're like, ooh, we're gonna get, like when the troll book club came to your school, the library book fair. It's like that.
That
So they're all getting excited because
was the
they see these things.
best.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, they're coming. We get to trade with them. So you get to learn about like these other dynamics of living on Pandora and what it's like. But
So there's
eventually,
flying jellyfish, but they're not actually jellyfish.
they're
They
not
just look like,
actually jellyfish. They
are they those
use,
things that we saw in the first Avatar that were like in that beautiful, like luminescent world,
I would say they
nighttime
look
world?
similar to those, but ginormous versions
Okay.
of them. Yeah.
Or maybe those are the babies.
I could be. I think those little things, actually, the ones you're referring to, do play a role in this. I would say they're more related to the plant
Okay.
life, whereas these jellyfish looked like uh, animals
Okay. Okay.
somehow.
But
Yeah.
where's the fire and ash? Because this all
Okay.
sounds
Fire and Ash. So
not hot.
you get to learn about this whole new Navi tribe. So for a while, I think even I assumed like they were just all the blue people that lived in the forest. And then in part two, we learned there's like a whole water colony, and they're evolved differently because they have like webbed feet and hands, and they're a slightly different blue tone. So here we are with like the colorism and skin color and people looking at each other differently. Now this new clan, they are a tone of dark blue, but you mostly see them as gray because they cover themselves in ash, and
Oh.
they're pretty scary looking. They look like we sometimes see or hear stories, National Geographic, of like
That's what I was
Amazon
just thinking
tribes.
about. That's exactly what
Yeah.
I saw some videos recently that were freaking me out.
Yes, like with the dry mud and stuff. Imagine
Yeah.
that. So this tribe is very much inspired by the Amazonian tribes that still exist today, that have resisted technology and
Yeah.
have not been
It's
taken over
wild.
yet. And so they're still 1,000 years in the past, believing in what they believe in. So this is that tribe. And so they haven't had war with the humans yet, and they are just now learning about metal and guns and all that. Where when we saw that in the very first Avatar, the blue Navi, they like shunned it. Remember, they're like,
Hmm.
"No, Iwa doesn't like this, and we're all about nature." Um, Here's where things get cool. I'm gonna give some spoilers here because you know what? It is what it is. This new tribe embraces it, and they say,
Oh.
"Oh, show me how to use that gun."
Yeah, give me
Because
that smartphone.
yeah, give me that smartphone, because this tribe doesn't like the other tribes. So now we have Navi on
Shoot.
Navi war
Oh,
happening,
shoot.
and we're the creepy ones, who are meant to look villainous, like even the fire and stuff that they worship is scary. They now use fire power, and they learned how to use guns, and they
Oh,
show up to the
shit.
battles with guns while the others have bow and arrows because they want to stay traditional. So there's
Yeah.
this whole thing where you have Jake, who's caught in between two worlds. He's human and Navi, saying you can't bring a bow and arrow to a gunfight, and so he has
Yeah.
to convince his people. So I'll leave the spoiler free side to, like, I won't tell you how it all happens and how decisions are made, but these are the conflicts that come into play. Is what happens when you give weapons of mass destruction to the people who haven't been colonized yet, and they're fighting their own battles, and there's a lot of um conflict about faith and your god, because you have some people within the same tribe who are saying, no, this is meant to be. This is what Iwa wants. And then you have some people who are more rational, and they're like, no, we have to fight back because we're gonna die.
Right.
And so all of that is at play, mixed with the amazing visuals and cool animals and crazy James Cameron action scenes. I mean, he's the one who created Aliens and he's created Terminator and then of course Avatar. So you get premium quality special effects here. Great acting, great cast. Sigourney Weaver is back again. She plays uh, the character we met named Kira in part two. She plays her again here. So she plays a young child through motion capture. Um, but yeah, Fire and Ash. So the Fire and Ash comes from this new tribe. There's this new sexy sorceress that's like the big bad that people are loving this character. Um, and we see a little bit more about the human colony that's still trying to take over Pandora. And it ends in a way that I think brings some closure. James Cameron saying that this is, even though there's five movies in total, he's now saying two and three are complete, if you see it that way. So one
Okay.
way to look at it is Avatar 1 was its own thing. And then remember, we waited like 10 years or something for Way of Water. So it goes Way of Water and Fire and Ash are like one movie split into two. And then we're gonna get four and five. Wow, it might not even be till like 2029. And four and five will
Damn.
be its own saga, and then that will complete the full his
Okay.
his masterpiece. But there's some interesting things that I thought I would share because I've been going down the rabbit hole after watching the movie to learn more about his vision for this. And he created this so long ago, like 1993 or something. And when CG animation was first becoming a thing, and he challenged himself to write a massive film saga, like as big as like Star Wars, as big as those type of sagas, as Dune and all those. And he decided, I'm gonna write one that would require CG animation to be so evolved to its best, and that's the only way my movie could be made. So he's like, I'm gonna write that movie right now. And that's when he started writing Avatar and doing sketches of these things like flying through the sky. And he's now able to show by the third movie, like these things he drew on paper in like 1995 are now fully realized on the screen. And
Okay.
it
Okay.
looks so real.
Cool.
Like he's one of the few
Hmm.
people where I'm looking at this motion capture. Like sometimes I get pulled out of it in other movies, even the really good ones where they do it really well. I'm trying to think of an example. Like a lot of Marvel movies even have like Groot and Rocket, they're done pretty well, but there's times where I'm like, see, okay, I know it's CG. But with these Avatar movies, man, I'm like, he found these blue people and he's filming them on a set, is what in my mind is being told. It doesn't seem like they're on a blue screen with dots on their face. Like it feels so
Yeah.
real. Like the skin and the hair, everything. Well done.
Very cool.
Yes. Yes. Um, are you planning on watching this one? You said you
Now,
should
yes.
now?
You've
Okay,
talked
good.
me into both of them.
All right.
Congratulations. I mean, I already wanted to see Zootopia, but um I am getting that like panic feeling now because movies I feel like are in theaters for such less time. I'm like, okay, I
Yeah,
have to like get to the theater twice. I'm already like in my head, like, oh my God, I have to make sure I get there twice before like
right.
end of year probably or something. Who knows?
Especially they all fight for like the IMAX premium format screens.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, if anything, I would say Zootopia 2 um movie theaters would be nice, but even if it's already like on the smallest auditorium, you'd still be okay. Because I
yeah.
saw it on the Disney Cruise auditorium, which are not like IMAX or anything like that. Disney
I'm
Plus, I
also
think it'd be
like,
fine
you
too. Whoops.
probably hate this. Like, I'm just not a big fan of most of the cinema stuff, the like IMAX and everything. I feel like a lot of the
Oh,
movie theaters just don't do it right and it like sounds like shit. Like you'll go into these fancy Dolby things. Sometimes it's great. I've had some good experiences, but I feel like I've had more bad experiences than good. To where
yeah.
it's like so loud you can't hear the dialogue or like or the walls vibrate and you could hear the shaking and I'm just like, this is like actually, like the person in their car that doesn't get their license plate fixed when they have like subwoofers in
Oh,
their trunk. That's what I feel like so many of these movie theaters are like, that they're
yeah.
not fixing the space for the sound. So I usually go to movies first standard, and then I'll try it in like whatever format is like offered or like preferred.
Yeah.
And then it can
I
either be an upgrade or not. But usually I just do the flatline basic to like get what I like a general experience out of
get what you
it.
need. For me, it depends if the director's out there saying how to watch it, then that's when I usually will go for the premium. Otherwise, I'll do the dining one, which has full of all the distractions.
Yeah.
The noise is bad, there's lights. I'm just like, that's fine. But there's certain movies like Wicked. John M. Chu was like, you need to watch it in Dolby if you can watch it in Dolby Atmos, because that's going to be the best sound mix for the music and the dialogue. Um, and then this one, hopefully, to your point, they're reading James Cameron's note, and I have it pulled up in
I
front of
know.
me, and I'm gonna read it to everybody right now because it's amazing. And not only did he, I thought he handwritten it. What it was is he wrote it. This is so funny. He typed
Is it
it
in papyrus
in
or whatever?
papyrus fonts in full Avatar font. So he's like
Yes.
in on the joke. But it says, "Dear theater technician. My team and I are very excited to deliver Avatar Fire and Ash over to you to present to the public. There's a projection specification file and framing chart included with the DCP. I don't know. That's a hard drive. I don't know what that is. With crucial, important information regarding light levels, audio configuration, and proper framing. Please go through it in detail and make sure your picture and sound systems are calibrated and ready to go. I personally mixed the film responsibly so that it plays perfectly with full dynamics between quiet dialogue scenes and the big action scenes
There,
at
see?
uh, at the specific reference standard of 7.0. Please do not change or set it lower. You are the final but critically important part of our team. We're all one team. I love it. To influence how moviegoers experience Avatar Fire and Ash. Thank you again for your dedication to the cinematic experience. Jim Cameron.
I love it.
I love it so
I
much.
love it. And it's funny because he's like, it's true. Like the first thing I think of when I get this mode of like, I think I'm just gonna see it standard is like all of our friends in high school that worked at the movie theaters doing this stuff, right? It's like
Right.
these
Yeah.
teenagers, they don't
Yeah.
give a shit. It's their first job. Like I feel like once the movie gets there, it's like good luck if it's done correctly.
Yeah.
And at least he's trying, right?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, there is a purpose to your job. It's not just like it doesn't matter. It matters. And this is
Yeah.
like delivering the film in the way it should be. So cheers to him for that. And like hopefully that influences some people. And it's not that nobody does their job correctly. I'm not trying to say that. I just have not had the best experiences.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where he can't physically do, if you want it done right, do it yourself type of thing.
Yeah.
He can't physically, so the best he could do was personally mix it and then write this note
And send the instructions.
and
And
the instructions.
I wonder how, like, if that's at all normal or what, but that's really it's cool. I like that he's trying. He actually the guy cares. If
He
anything
cares.
you can
Yes.
say about this guy is that he cares, and
Yes.
that's good.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. So oh my goodness. So today was a fun stocking stuffer episode, I think we called it, right?
Yeah.
A few different things. We talked about a little bit more about the treasure and the pressures being put on Jen Diz to go on
Yes,
the
please.
treasure, which is not the worst pressure to have.
Right?
Then we did a fun fibful game of a Patreon topic, which was really fun. And then we got a couple reviews of some movies that I now need to see. And hopefully you guys will all go enjoy them as well.
Yes. Well, thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed episode 267 of the Disney Holic Show.
Follow us on social media at the Disney Holics.
And if you want to get in touch, send us a DM on Instagram or contact us at thedisneyholics.com.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.